There is a war happening inside every human being, a silent war. It does not begin in the streets or in the office or in the battlefield. It begins in the mind, a battle between belief and doubt, between bold action and paralyzing fear, between the voice that says you can and the voice that whispers, "Who do you think you are?" And in that war, most people surrender before they ever begin. They accept the limits the world hands them. They inherit the doubts of their fathers, the fears of their teachers, the insecurities of their past. They wear them like armor, not realizing it is armor made of glass. But listen to me now, and listen well. The only limit is the one you accept. That's not a slogan. It's not a pretty phrase for the refrigerator. It's a law of the universe, as real as gravity. Every man who has ever risen from obscurity to greatness, every Carnegie, every Ford, every Disney, discovered one truth early. The barriers you think exist don't. They are illusions, prisons built by the mind. And the key has always been in your hand. Napoleon Hill sat face to face with men who moved mountains. He spent 25 years with titans of industry, not because he was born wealthy, but because he believed he was meant to extract the formula for human greatness. And the first principle? The one that governs all the rest? Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Pause. Let that ring in your bones. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This isn't poetry, this is instruction. Your thoughts are not just passive noise, they are blueprints. Your belief system is not just inherited, it is chosen. And the moment you choose to stop accepting limitation, your life begins to expand. But the problem? Most people never choose. They drift, they wait, they beg for guarantees, for signs, for certainty. But greatness does not wait for signs. It creates them. The man who built the steel empire didn't ask permission. The boy from a printing press didn't wait for someone to make him a millionaire. They decided, long before the world applauded, that they would become more than anyone said they could be. And so can you. You must decide, right now, what you believe about yourself. Not later, not next week, now. Because every minute you wait, the lie grows stronger. The lie that says you're not good enough. The lie that says success is for them, but not for you. The lie that says you're too late, too broken, too small to matter. But the truth? You are none of those things. You are the creator of your life. You are the architect of your thoughts. You are not here to beg. You are here to build. You see, limitations are not born, they're learned. And what is learned can be unlearned. You were taught to doubt. You were taught to fear. You were taught to shrink so others could feel big. But that programming is not your destiny. It's just a script. And you are the author now. So rewrite it. Declare it. I will not accept the limits given to me. I will not inherit fear. I will not carry the chains of those who stopped before they started. Because on the other side of your false limits is power. A power that doesn't sleep. A power that doesn't care where you started, who doubted you, or what odds are against you. A power that awakens the moment you say, no more. No more living below your potential. No more shrinking when you should be rising. No more obeying fear like it's a god. Because fear is not a god, it's a servant. And you were not built to serve it. You were built to command it. What separates the great from the forgotten is not talent. It's not money. It's not connections. It is the refusal to accept limits. Every empire begins with a mind that said, I don't care what they say is possible. I will write my own laws of reality. Thomas Edison failed over 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. 10,000 rejections, 10,000 ways the world told him, you can't. But he wasn't listening to the world. He was listening to something greater.
A voice inside that whispered, "Try again." He didn't ask if it was logical. He didn't ask for approval. He didn't wait for a green light from the world. He simply believed, and that belief made him unstoppable. Because belief, true, burning belief, is the antidote to limitation. Understand this: the subconscious mind doesn't care whether what you feed it is true or false. It will accept whatever you plant in it, good or bad, powerful or poisonous. And every day, most people are planting doubt. They water it with fear. They fertilize it with excuses. They grow a garden of limits and call it reality. But the winners? They plant vision. They water it with repetition. They fertilize it with gratitude, discipline, and relentless clarity. And they grow a life no one thought was possible. Napoleon Hill called this the power of autosuggestion, the process of speaking your beliefs into your mind until they become laws, until they shape how you walk, how you breathe, how you act in every moment. He said, any idea, plan, or purpose may be placed in the mind by repetition of thought. So what are you repeating? What are you rehearsing in the theater of your soul? Are you repeating, "I can't, it's hard, I'm too late, I'm too tired"? Or are you repeating, "I'm rising, I'm capable, I will not stop until the vision becomes real"? Your words become worlds, your thoughts become frameworks, your belief system becomes your life. So if you want a life without limits, you must build a mind without chains. And that takes work. Daily, focused, inner warfare. It's not a weekend seminar. It's not a motivational high. It's a practice, morning, noon, and night, of conditioning your mind to see possibility where others see walls. Henry Ford said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." And the tragedy is, most people think they can't. They think success is reserved for someone else. They look at the mountain and say, "Not me." They look at their past and say, "Too late." They look at their current bank account, their current skill set, their current surroundings, and they confuse the present with the permanent. But nothing in your life is permanent unless you make it so. Your job is not your identity. Your past is not your prison. Your current level is not your ceiling, unless you decide it is. So I'll ask you again, what limits have you accepted that were never yours to begin with? The limits of your parents, the doubts of your friends, the fear of a school system that taught you to obey, not to lead. The time has come to return those limits. They don't belong to you. They never did. You were born with a mind powerful enough to transform cities, industries, nations. But that mind must be claimed. It must be directed. It must be disciplined like a warrior's blade. Because a powerful mind in the hands of a lazy soul is a wasted miracle. And you weren't given this life to waste it. You were given this life to stretch it, to mold it, to leave it breathless by the time it ends, knowing you used every ounce of what was inside you. But that only happens when you stop listening to the noise that says, "That's not realistic. You should settle. Be practical." No. Be powerful. Be relentless. Be unshakable. Be the one who didn't flinch when everyone else blinked. Be the one who rewrote the rules by refusing to accept them. There is a force inside you that has been waiting for the moment you decide, not wish,